today we are doing some of the traditional Pilates series of 5. As ever, if anything we do doesn't suit you, please have a rest and feel free. Hello, today I'm going to be taking you some of the classical Pilates series of 5 exercises. As ever, if anything doesn't feel right for you, please stop working out and feel free to have a rest at any point. I'd like you to come down onto the mat and set yourself up into your relaxation position. Just going to do a few little warm-up exercises before we begin. So lay yourself down, have your feet hip distance apart, and think about the weight going down to the back of your head, the back of your rib cage and the back of your pelvis. So lay your arms down by your side and just add in a little cushion underneath your head if you feel like you need a little bit of extra height there. Allow you just to start rocking backwards and forwards through your pelvis. So as you breathe out, you imprint your spine into the floor, and as you inhale, you arch away. Let's just do a few like this, just to warm up and find our neutral spine and pelvis. And think about relaxing your shoulders down as you move as well. So just going a couple more times. And then come back through to a neutral position where you're neither imprinting and you're not overarching away. Okay, so now we're going to think about moving opposite arm and opposite leg away from each other into our starfish. So breathing in here, as we breathe out, let's start sliding the heel away, floating the arm up and over, reaching through your fingertips and reaching through your heel, and then drawing back in, smoothly drawing your heel back along the floor into your start position. Let's breathe in again to prepare and breathe out to start sliding. Reaching through, then draw back in. Good. And again on the other side. Breathing out to slide, reaching through. Inhale to draw back. Breathing out to slide, reaching. Inhale to draw back. Just a couple more. So we're just beginning to wake up our body, trying to keep our body completely still and just moving our shoulders on our hips. That didn't come out right at all, but I hope you know what I mean. Last one to each side here. That's it. And our final one. Sliding away and draw back in. So now keeping your feet hip distance apart, like to take your arms slightly wider. I'm going to come into a bit of a wide-legged hip roll. So core muscles coming in, tummy button coming up to your spine once again. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let's start taking our legs over to one side, keeping the opposite shoulder down. So again, just getting that lovely movement of the hip, just letting the lower part of our spine start to rock to the side, and then come back through to your center position. Let's go over to the other side, rotating to the side, back through. Breathing out. And in. And I'm beginning to just walk along the mat ever so slightly. So if you do that, you just feel free to shift yourself back to your start position. Good. Couple more. Just enjoying this feeling of rotation in your spine. Really nice to give your back a little bit of a massage as well. And one more. Great. And back through to center. So before we go into our series of 5, I'd just like you to check that you're still in your neutral spine position. So move yourself around if you need to. And then from here, we're going to float our legs up one at a time into our double knee fold. Now from here, you can either keep your head on the floor and your arms down by your side, or clasp your hands behind your head and draw yourself into your curl up position. So you have your head heavy in your hands, supporting your neck and your head here. So let's breathe in. As you breathe out, let's go into single leg stretch. Got that completely wrong, so ignore that. We're going to have our arms by our legs, not behind our head. So let's breathe in. As you breathe out, we're going to lengthen the leg away, draw the knee in towards the opposite shoulder. Inhale to draw back to center. You're going to start slowly to begin with. So you're using your hands to draw your knee in rather than to maintain your curl up. So breathing out, lengthen that leg away, draw back in. So try and shoot with energy right through from your hip to your toe. And we're going to pause in the middle. So you might like to keep it quite slow like this, or you might feel that you want to start going a little bit faster. And then you can start moving your legs simultaneously. So breathing out, quick breath into swap, breathe out. That's it, good. If your head and your neck start to feel a little bit too much, place your head down. You can do it just as well without the curl up. Good. Let's go. 3 and 2 and 1. That's it. Draw your knees in, place your head down, have a little bit of a rest. This next, we're going to take this into our double leg stretch. So back into your neutral spine and pelvis. Legs back into double knee fold, heels together, knees apart, and let's extend our arms so that our palms are facing down. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's come into a curl up. And then as we inhale, we're going to move this time. So inhale, lengthen your legs away from you, stretch your arms back, and then as you exhale, sweep your arms round and draw your knees back into your start position. Let's go again. Inhale, exhale. Try and take your legs lower if you can. So it makes it a little bit more challenging the lower you take your legs. That's good. So sweeping your arms back, big circle around, so getting that gorgeous movement at the shoulders. Super. 4. Keep your chin tucked in to protect your neck. 3. Good. 2. Lovely. And our last one. Hug your knees in, place your head down, have a little rest, and a rock from side to side again. Great. So turning this into a crisscross now. Neutral spine and pelvis. Lift your legs up. 1, 2. Take your head into your hands, just like I didn't say before, and then come into your curl up. So in a crisscross, we're going to do single leg stretch legs. We're going to add in a little rotation from side to side through our bodies. So let's breathe in here, and as you breathe out, rotate to the side, extending the opposite leg as you bring your elbow over towards the knee that you bring into your shoulder. Inhale back to center. So we're going to exhale. We're just going to pause here, keeping it slow. Back in. I can feel this already. So try and think tummy button come into your spine. Back to center. Lovely. Breathing out to twist. Inhale to return. So we're kind of rotating mid-back level. So we're keeping this curl up here. Rotating. And we're trying to keep that basket work for our head to rest in. Breathing out. And in, out, and in. Great. Let's go 2 more times to each side here. Keep on breathing. Breathe out to twist. Inhale to return. Last one. Back to center. Place your head down. Hug your knees in once again. For that little bit of a rest. Well done. So we did that with our knees bent to start with, and now we're going to add in long legs to turn this into a kind of scissor action. So I'd like you to go back into neutral spine and pelvis, then float your legs in 1, 2 into your double knee fold. Take your hands behind your head once again and come into your curl up. So from here, you're going to lengthen one leg away and lengthen the other leg away, so they kind of split. So now as you go into that rotation, we bring that leg in, come back to center. So we lengthen one leg away, draw the other knee in. Now, depending on how tight your hamstrings are, I've got a super tight hamstrings today, you might be able to get your leg in quite far, or you might not. So just adjust the movement to suit you. So let's try that again. So legs go up, slight turn out. We're going to split and come back. So you're taking one leg down as we bring the other leg in. Breathing out and in. Out and in. Good. 3. Good. And 2. And 1. Lengthening through the legs. Bring your knees in. Oof. And have a little rest here. Really feeling that around my middle. Okay, so we have one more in this series of 5. I'm going to go show you 2 variations. So the first one is you have your head on the floor, arms down by your side, and bring your knees in 1, 2 into your double knee fold. Now glue your knees together and your ankles together and take your arms down by your side. Now if you feel any strain going into your lower spine, your lumbar spine here, please stop this exercise. So you can do this, if you do feel any strain, you can do this as a single toe tap. So you tap down and return, tap and return, or you can do this as a double toe tap. So keep your legs glued together. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we're going to tap down and return. Tap, return. So you can see it's very, very controlled, just hinging at the hip. And you can use your arms to help stabilize yourself. Breathe out and in. Good. And again, out and in. So that's option number 1. Option number 2, do exactly the same in your curl up. So hands behind your head once again. Tap, return. Internal corset switched on and in. This is option 2. Breathe out and in, out and in. Great. Now option 3, we're going to try and do this with our legs long. But again, if you feel any strain through your lower spine, please just revert to one of those first 2 options or have a rest. So we're going to either have your head on the floor or come into curl up, glue your legs together. Going to breathe out to lower those legs down, in to return. Good. So try not to rely on momentum. Control it and make it slow and smooth. Let's go 4. Lengthening through your legs, keeping them glued together. 3, 2, and our final one here, lowering those legs down, draw them back in, bend your knees, place your head down, and have a little rock from side to side. Well done. So let's place our legs back down onto the floor, glue your knees together, take your arms out to the side and come into our lovely hip roll once again. Breathing in, let's breathe out, rotate to the side. Let's just stay here for a few breaths. So knees go to one side, opposite shoulder remains down. Just take a few nice deep breaths in and out here. Enjoying this little twist for our spine after all that really hard work that we've just done. Back through to center, over to the other side. Good. And again, just swapping over. Twisting over to the side. And draw back yourself back to center. Now, because we've done so much curl up, so we've done lots of flexion, we're going to roll all the way over onto our fronts now. Just counteract that with a little bit of a cobra. So like to lengthen yourself down onto your front now. Place your head on the floor and take your legs apart. So your toes are pointing out, your heels are in, and your feet are about as wide as the mat. So you have your forehead on the floor, your hands either side of your head, and let's come into that lovely cobra. So shoulders away from ears, breathe in. As you breathe out, start pushing an imaginary marble away from you. And then bone by bone, start peeling your spine off the floor. And then extending your arms when you feel ready so that you'll get this gorgeous extension through your spine. Take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, let's start lengthening our spine back down onto the floor. One bone at a time once again. And tuck your nose back underneath you. And big deep breath in and breathe out to slide the nose and start lifting up. So really enjoying this feeling, trying to get that equal extension through the spine so you're not just going straight into your lumbar spine. Pause here, lengthen down. Good, and one more like this. Breathe in and out to slide. Lifting up, enjoying this lovely stretch here. Breathe in and out, lengthening back down onto the floor. Tuck your nose underneath you and then send your bottom back over your heels to come into your child's pose rest position. Arms going forward or stacking your hands underneath your forehead. And just breathing in and out here, releasing and relaxing your spine and your middle. And now pushing yourself up through to a seated position. Let's come into our 2 final breaths. So sit however suits you best. Reaching out through your fingertips, breathe in. As you breathe out, floating your arms up, reaching through your fingertips, press the air away. Let's go one more time. All the way up, lovely stretch. Press the air away. And give yourself a clap, well done. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you really enjoyed your session today. Make sure you take a look at my other free Pilates videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.